What up, though? My afro. Little lotion. I was outside. That cold ain't no joke, man. That cold to do it to you. That cold to do it to you. Had a delivery today. Had a delivery. Was glad. Was thankful. The business ain't what it used to be, but it was a good delivery, and I thank the Lord Christ King, King Yeshua, Jesus, for that. But somebody wanted to talk about transgenders. Oh, get into it. I can't dance no more. I can't dance no more. That's it. That's all I got. All right. All right. So, transgender sports. I have talked about this in ad nauseum. However, a subscriber, I'm not really sure if they're a subscriber or not. It's okay. I don't really try to pitch for people to subscribe. I figure if you like the content, you'll come back. Nonetheless, this individual has been, listening to me for a long time. So I appreciate it, whether you're a subscriber or not. And they heard me talk about transgender and what I think about transgender sports. And it's really simple to me. I think that there's no way a man should be competing with a woman in any single sport. What up? What's happening? I've gave this comparison before when it comes to muscle structure, and there's just a lot of information out there now. So let's just take the what is it? The NCAA in swimming. We know that the guy from what was it, Penn State? He was in transition, and so they said it was okay for him to go ahead and compete. But when he did, they also said it was okay to walk into the women's bathroom and go full Monty. And the females in there was like, we know you was competing against you, but we didn't know you could come in here and see all our naughty bits. And that just sent up, a hailstorm pretty much. And the NCAA, they just was like, all right, so this is what we're going to do. Because they really wanted to put him in the forefront. He won his races easy. It wasn't even close. Yeah. But he made it close because he was blowing him out the water. He was ranked number 450 in the NCAA. When he beat the young lady and won the NCAA, he was number one. So when he was ranked 459, it was when he was competing with the men because he's a natural born man. When he came over to the women's side, he just cleared the whole field. There's nobody who could swim against him. He actually was slowing down just to try to make it seem like it was, competition, but there was no competition. As a matter of fact, he actually tied a young lady, and they said, we're going to give the trophy to him. And she was like, why? Just like, because, we're going to give the trophy to him. That's it. And that's all. So they was all about publicity. And yes, we're inclusive. That's what the NCAA was doing. We're all inclusive, because they need that money. They need those eyeballs. So these people who are transgenders and of the Rainbow Coalition, they need those eyeballs. There's a lot of them that are out there who are into all kind of stuff, but it falls under the Rainbow Coalition. So they were like, we still need these people to pay attention to us especially when it comes to sports that don't really garner a lot of attention until it's the Olympics time, or something like that, or big, come on, how many of you know the name of a swimmer? You don't really know until the Olympics, and then we're just like, oh yeah, 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 that guy, he won 5 medals. Other than that, you're like, we don't care. We don't really care because we don't watch NCAA. That, you know what I'm saying? You don't care. Like, where do you go after this? You know what I mean? You know. So every 4 years we'll hear of you. Other than that, it's like ah. So the guy, his name was Leah Thomas, who was transitioning. So everyone that who had the right mind was against Leah Thomas because of the whole switcheroo, going from rank 450 to rank number one. Only because you're a female. But see, that whole thing with Leah Thomas got worse because now you have men competing against women in wrestling, especially in high school, middle school. That's a thing. In like judo, jujitsu, MMA style fighting, stuff like that. You got plenty of females who are into that, especially wrestling. Eighth grade on up, you're going to see a female wrestle against a guy. Here's the problem with that. Not only have we seen a guy completely pick a female up and slam her and like really hurt her, we've seen women try to get men in these positions and it just didn't work. Another thing is the guy who's competing, the young man who's competing against these females, they they have to be careful of where their hands go. So they're fighting two battles. They know everybody's watching them. They know if they fool around and grab an area that is, you know, hypersexualized, it's going to be bad for them. So it's a bad deal for the boys to wrestle up against the females. Females got all kind of body parts that are hypersexualized here in America. Is pretty much everything on a woman is hypersexualized. So it's a dangerous game for any guy to get into it. Um, Now, we've seen women run against men in track, and it's not even close. It's not even close. It's the times are ridiculous. The fastest woman alive ran a 10:49. Elaine Thompson, somewhere around there. No, not a 10:49. A 10, like a 10:59, somewhere around there. The fastest man alive ran a 9:58. Those times are not even close. Not when you're doing 100 yards. That's not even close to being close. Matter of fact, the slowest professional runner runs around 10:50, 10:60. So they can still beat the fastest woman in the world, in the entire world. So there's that. When it comes to the all out 400, the fastest recorded time was 47 uh, for females. And you should see the female who did that. She also has a fast time for the 800, I think. It's crazy. But, and then you have the fastest time for the men's in the 400 is, shoot. What is the fastest time? I think the fastest time is by the guy, Wade Niekirk. He ran a 43 flat or 42 high or something like that. So when you got 42 to 43 seconds up against 47 seconds, it's not even close. It's so far behind. You're 5 seconds behind that person. To put it in perspective, they are 50 yards, maybe 60. They are 50 40 to 50 yards behind. It's bad. It's bad. So it's not even close. But I think transgender, if you are born a natural man, transgendering into a woman, then you should, be in that subsection. And they also, NCAA is saying, listen, you can only compete against a woman if you're a man and you're transitioning against a woman if you were taking hormones at the age of 12. I don't agree with that either. I think that's 100% Kafka. Uh, I just don't think you should have that at all. It's discouraging to females because they can't even begin to run as fast as we can. It's not even it's not even a thing. Uh, Even though you got some lightning runners out there. I mean, Abby Steiner in high school was killing it. You got a lot of fast females. That Leah chick, she's fast. And then of course you got high school Shakari Richardson. Look at college Shakari Richardson. She ran a 10.74 in college and broke the NCAA record. 10.74 for the guys. It's just not hard for the guys to run a 10.74. College guys. So college guys. I don't know what the record is, but I put it to you like this: high school guys were beating that. High school guys, you had some can run a 9.98. You know what I'm saying? Trayvon, um, uh, Trayvon, I forgot what his name was, but he ran a 9.98. So, like I said, it's 9.98 to a 10.74. It's just not even close. But it's super fast for a woman, super fast. So that's what I think about it. I think they should have their own subsection. Uh, those who have used hormone blockers at a specific time, they should compete with those who have used hormone blockers at a specific time. And I don't believe that girls should wrestle with boys because boys, I mean, you got to understand if the boy reaches over, I put it to you like this. If you've ever watched females wrestle females, and I'm not talking about MMA, I'm talking about like four on the floor, start, go, flip over, kick your knees out, that type of wrestling. If you've ever watched that type of wrestling, those girls have their hands all in the other girls, whatever. And the other girl is just it's not a sexual thing. They're fighting and they're trying to get a grip. And a lot of times where your hips are matters because you can flip over and do all this other stuff. So you're often seeing the opponent, and men don't really do this, but the females will. The females will violate each other quickly, and it's nothing to them. So they'll grab anything when it comes to wrestling. Guys, we don't do that. We don't really do that. We stay away from areas like that. We have our way of doing things. We can still grab you by your pants and do all kind of stuff, but the females, they'll stick their hands right in your nether regions and they will get a handful of your cloth or something from your inside leg and they'll flip you. I mean, it's something else to see. But guys we don't really do that. Our hip toss is different. So, you know what I'm saying? And one is because of respect. Two, because we're just taught different. You know what I mean? We just don't go, we don't do that. You know what I mean? But females, they have no couth when it comes to that. They will violate another female in a heartbeat. And I think they enjoy it. So yeah, make it even. Transgender on transgender. You also notice that transgender men, women who are born a woman but trans into a man, you never see them saying, I want to compete with a man. They don't do it. Why don't y'all do that? Nikki Hiltz. Nikki Hiltz, where are you, Nikki? Huh? Do that. No, they don't want to do that because they'll get blown out the water. Nikki Hiltz runs the mile, by the way. She's damn good. But come on, Nikki. Go run with the men. You want to be a man? Run with the men. No, they won't do it. That's what I want to see. I want to see some female saying, you know what? I'm going to throw shot put with the men. I'm going to compete with the men. I think I'm a man. I can do it. You're going to get dusted by like 40, 50 feet. It's not even going to be close. Not even going to be close. So, yeah, that's what I think about it. And I'm out of here. Peace.